PlayStation.
Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls going up against the New York Knicks. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. And to look at the starters for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. And for Chicago, Giddey is the 1 with White by his side at the 2. Nikola Vucevic is out there with B.O.M.B.S. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3 spot. For both teams, this is the first game of their NBA Cup campaign. The goal is to make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, B.A., 4 teams in each conference that make it. It's the 3 group winners plus a wild card. So also keep in mind, point differential could be a key in advancing.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
And here's Brunson. Towns, a screen on Giddey. To the inside. And there's Towns on the assist from Brunson.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you defend Towns as the screener in this action. He can slip, roll, pop out.
Back to Giddey. Chicago passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Wing shot on the way. Vucevic's shot is off. And we're about a minute into the first. Brunson passes to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Just a good playmaker. Brunson using the pick and roll to create offense for his team.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. 4-point game. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Here's Anunoby. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Just leaping up to the rim, no one could get in Anunoby's way.
Just over a minute and a half in. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Well, it took a while this summer, but the Bulls were finally able to get an extension done with their bright young point guard, Josh Giddey. In a buyer's market, they could afford to bargain for a team-friendly deal. And after some overreaches in the past, their disciplined approach stands out.
A good strategy. Thank you, Shams. Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. And here are the Bulls now. Dosunmu outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to B.O.M.B.S. Dosunmu on the wing. Jacks up a 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. For New York, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Back to Brunson. Bridges passes to Brunson. Towns on a screen. And it's Brunson missing. The Bulls trail by 6. Outside Giddey. Pass to White. Lets it go from deep. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Outside Anunoby. Now here's Bridges. Here's the 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. White looking it over. From 9 feet, the Knicks with the rebound. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
moving with your mascot. Let's dance.
Porty's checked in for New York. Hart comes in for Anunoby. And while we have a break, here were some of the top free throw shooters in the game last season. Fourth, Kobe White.
Very steady at the line. He's the guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
Pass to Giddey. Outside White to stop the drought. The Bulls with another miss. Knicks leading by 8. Bridges passes to Towns. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Well, when you're big to contribute from the line like Towns, you gotta like your chances.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
McBride, he's checked in for New York. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
The Bulls trail by 8. Giddey scanning the floor. Puts it up from 12. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
And here are the Bulls now, after the basket by New York on the other end. Back to Vucevic. Fires from deep. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Outside Hart. Brunson against Giddey. Towns for 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Chicago's gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Brunson passes to Towns. Misses in close. Bulls trail by 8. A swim move for 3. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. Fires it. Again, the miss by Towns.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Pass to Vucevic. The 3 ball. Counted from distance. Vucevic has got 5.
Well, Vucevic didn't come into the league with that shot, but it's been a crucial part of his game for years now.
Here's McBride. Let's go with a 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Chicago making some changes. Smith, he's checked in for Buzelis. And Herter's subbed in for Dosunmu. New York also changing it up. Yabusele, he's checked in for Porty. Dali comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for Brunson.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Clarkson. Giddey with a defensive effort.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
White can't hit.
Well, he's pressing right now, which can happen when you're trying to cut into a lead.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
against Hart. Outside Giddey, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Collins, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Terry comes in for White, and it's Jones in for Giddey. He got him. No doubt that's a foul, and it's going to be a transition take foul. Chicago shooting their first free throw tonight. Free throw is good from Collins. The Bulls making a switch here. Phillips is checked in.
Number 15, Julian.
The Bulls trail by 9. We've got 33 seconds left in the first. Outside Herter. Clock at 6. Smith outside, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
Javon Carter.
Now here's McBride. To the paint. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Deflected. And so it's New York. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there.
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Smith out there with Isaac Okoro. Then it's Trey Jones. Then there's Kevin Herter. And it's Collins in at center, locking down the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
When Smith is out there, that is what this team needs from him. Rim protection.
Tries again, and scoring inside is Collins.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Yabusele, book that.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest up there.
On the wing, Jones. McBride covers. Smith against Hart. Pass to Herter. 5 on the clock. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
That's his second foul. I don't know if they'll sit him. It's a tough decision.
Williams is checked in for Chicago. And a switch here also for New York. Anunoby's checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back to you.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Jones. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Herter passes to Jones. No good on the 3. Knicks leading by 12. Hart with a screen on Jones. Here's Clarkson. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And as we start up the NBA Cup, let's explain to our viewers how the groups are formed.
Sure thing, B.A. First, you only play teams from your conference. The groups are drawn based off of last year's standings. So they try to keep it even in terms of quality of team.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Who's Ellis is checked in for Smith. Dasumu comes in for Williams. And it's White in for Herter. And a switch here also for New York. Towns, he's checked in for Yabusele. Three-pointer, Buzelis. The Knicks with the rebound.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Collins, a screen on Jones. Inside. Oh, the powerful slam by Towns.
Yeah, and over his career, Clarkson has gotten much better about moving the ball.
The Bulls trail by 15. Outside White. Pass to Collins. And here's DeSumo. Jones, the pass to DeSumo. 6 to shoot. Collins a screen. Down low. They get back on track. Hart pulls it in.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's Bridges. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. For Chicago, they've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. DeSumo outside. Pass to Jones. Collins with a screen on Clarkson. The Bulls need to get off a shot. And again, Chicago, no good. New York leading by 15. Now Towns. Fires at the elbow. That's his 4th miss in 7 shots.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. Chicago shooting their 2nd attempt at the line tonight. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. And a switch here also for New York. Brunson is checked in for Clarkson. We've had the in-season tournament for a few years now, Grant. What's your opinion on it?
You know, B.A., I think it's working out pretty well. I mean, the NBA Cup is drawing increased fan interest, and the players are invested. So what's not to like about it?
Now here's White. He's coming off a 19-point game against Sacramento.
And he did a ton of damage from the line. Assertive play and consistent free throw shooting can be a huge difference maker.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Now here's Jones. Still without a bucket. Here's Vucevic. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
And White has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 14.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Pass to Towns. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Now we're starting to see him deliver on offense. He's really found his tempo here in the 2nd quarter.
Chicago making a switch here. Giddey's checked in. New York also changing it up. Dali, he's checked in for Anunoby, and it's McBride in for Bridges. That one misses for Towns.
Well, since being selected 1st overall back in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been such an incredible force for his career, averaging a double-double. Someone you can build on.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Yabusele comes in for Hart. The Bulls trail by 14. Stan, when you look at Josh Giddey's game, how would you best describe it?
Well, B.A., he's a triple-double threat. Taller playmaker, sees the floor well, can rebound. I love his versatility.
And Yabusele slams it in.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Pass to Vucevic. Chicago passing it around. DeSumo, the pass to Vucevic. Over Robinson. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Just tremendous defense right there, applying the pressure.
Brunson finds Yabusele. Brunson against Giddey. Brunson misses.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
He didn't have his feet planted.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
.124 left in the second. Three-pointer, B.O.M.B.S. And it's New York with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Hitting his third shot in 7 looks.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Pause in the action. Here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. In third, the Bulls.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding's never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
Here's Giddey. 14 points for him last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
Now here's White. It's an 18-point game. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
Here's Brunson. And it's Chicago with a board. Giddey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. White for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Here's Brunson. Launches it. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to B.O.M.B.S. Dosunmu outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
Well, right now for Chicago, man, they've clawed their way into the top 10 in their division, playing with a lot of energy and executing well.
The big question now, how far can they continue to climb? And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Knicks.
Coaches preach this over and over again, and Shaq knows this well. Take care of the ball, and they internalize that.
Yeah, on the other hand, the defense will let them stay comfortable.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
We're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
New York leading by 13. Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. We've got OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. Beyond the arc. No good that time. And for Chicago, they're shooting poorly, just 30% so far. From Pete Giddy, it's hauled in by Robinson. The Knicks shooting around 50% of the game so far. Pass to Towns. Screen by Robinson. Towns drive. Oh, hammer it home.
Nice. What a powerful dunk by Towns. Showing the rim no mercy.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Dosunmu outside. Here's Vucevic. The layup off target. New York leading by 15. Anunoby on the wing. He's covered by Dosunmu. Back to Anunoby. Towns down low. And a lot of spot-up shooters now, adding a one-dribble pull-up three to the rim.
And when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
And that one falls for Towns. And the Knicks making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. He's off on the second. Bulls trail by 16. Pass to Giddey. Takes a three. It's rebounded by New York.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
New York, again, can't hit.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, you still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Josh Hart's checked in for Towns. Now here's Brunson. He has 6. Count that one.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
McBride, he's checked in for New York. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Outside White. Back to Giddey. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. Well, Coach, when you think about the NBA's steadiest contributors, Kobe White deserves a mention.
He sure does, B.A. Players like Kobe White are the foundational pieces that every team needs. He makes smart plays, and he's so consistent. You almost take it for granted.
Robinson, a screen on Giddey. He got a piece of it.
When it comes to contesting shots, Gonzalez is showing us that he's got great timing.
The Bulls with another miss.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Back to Hart. New York working the ball around now. And it's Clarkson missing. Bulls trail by 18. White for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. White's got his second basket of the night.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those
Okay, Allie, good stuff. So it's the Knicks now, following the three-point basket by Chicago. Here's Hart. It's hauled in by White. White's got 4 rebounds now. Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance. White's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Giddey against Brunson. To the middle. Here's Robinson. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Robinson's gotten his 2nd bucket.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Here's White. 9 points in the game. To the inside. Here's Vucevic. And it's New York with a rebound. Hart's got his 5th rebound in this one. Clarkson with the ball. DeSumo picks him up. Here's Robinson. He shoots again. Chicago with a rebound. DeSumo, the pass to White. Unloads from 13. That shot is off. Knicks leading by 11. Now Brunson. Give him 8. On the wing, Clarkson. He's covered by DeSumo. And that one's good. Clarkson.
And very few teams rely on mid-range jumpers nowadays, but that's been their preferred way of finding points.
To the wing on the left. Here's Vucevic. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Brunson. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Well, to me, White is at his best going downhill in attack mode.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
All right, fans, the loudest section in here right now gets free T-shirts.
For Chicago, Collins comes in for Vucevic. And Herter's subbed in for White. New York also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for Robinson. Dali comes in for Clarkson. Kolek comes in for Brunson. Here's Kolek. Pass to McBride. Over Herter. McBride can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 11. Here's DeSumo. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. New York has got nothing to fall from outside in this 3rd quarter. Pass to Herter. It's Giddey on the wing. Yet to see a basket. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Free throw is good from Collins. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Jones comes in for DeSumo. Yabusele, he's checked in for New York. And both free throws good for Collins.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
To the wing, right side. There's 1:12 left in the 3rd quarter. Towns, that's good.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Jones, the pass to Smith. Now here's Herter. Kicks it out to Collins. The 3-pointer off the mark. Towns looking for an opening. Here's Kolek. He goes up again over Jones. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Kolek's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, that's a shot where your coach is saying, no, 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 and then, woo.
Here's Jones. Kicks it out to Collins. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Collins has got 8 points.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Yabusele finds Towns. some work on the interior.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's New York going into the break up 12. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
Yeah, Coach Donovan conveying the scouting report to his guys.
Knowing your opponent's plays is important. On the money right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter out there with Smith. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's White in a two-guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
They set a pick. Here's Kolek. Pass to Cordy. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Jones. Right wing, a 3, Smith. And Dali pulls it down. Dali's got 4 rebounds now. McBride with it. Collins there from behind the arc. Yabusele booked that. And the Knicks lead by 13.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Pass to Smith from outside the arc. Fires in the triple. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
The lead now cut to single digits.
And that nice steal was able to get their break going in a hurry.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
Here's Dali. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Huerter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with now.
And also, I just love how they've been moving the ball side to side on the perimeter. Great passing, unlocking their offensive potential.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Towns, he's checked in for Hukporti. Hart comes in for Yabusele. Anunoby, he's checked in for McBride. And Clarkson subbed in for Kolek. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He encouraged them to keep on the pressure, saying, you guys are forcing a lot of turnovers, and it's because you're communicating and working together as a unit. Keep it up. Defense is clearly a priority.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Dadier. Chicago with a rebound.
Oh, nice job protecting the rim. Turning an easy bucket into a miss.
White with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. Gets the 3 to fall. Jones has got 5 points now this quarter.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Towns, and it's powered home by Towns.
Yeah, this is what makes Towns an all-star caliber player. He has the ability to take over games by himself.
Vucevic, the pass to Huerter. And here's Jones. He's covered by Clarkson. Banked it in off the glass.
Jones gutting it out in close.
Knicks leading by 7. Pass to Clarkson. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And it's Towns with the power finish.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
Chicago has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. White with a screen on Clarkson. Jones, the pass to Herter, to the paint. And White, the bucket on the assist by Herter. White's got 10 points in just the second half.
Far from just a perimeter threat, White is quite adept at finding scoring opportunities inside.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Smith, left side. The 3. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Fancy ball handling right there by Jones. At his size, he can be very elusive.
Jones against Clarkson. Into the lane. Towns. It doesn't go for him. Bulls trail by 7. Pass to Jones. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Some changes for Chicago. Who's Ellis is checked in for Smith. The Sumu comes in for Herter, and Giddey's subbed in for Jones. New York also changing it up. Robinson, he's checked in for Hart. Bridges comes in for Dali, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Clarkson.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Towns. Whoa! Unreal!
Fantastic move right there by Towns. I like when he gets creative with his ball handle.
Outside Giddey. Sumu on the wing. Anunoby covering. Shot's no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Stolen by Bridges. White with a steal. Here's Buzelis. Now Vucevic. Here's White from deep. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Well, when the game gets tight, you can count on White to try to make a play.
New York leading by 3. Robinson, a screen on Giddey. Brunson. And he powers it down. One-handed.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Vucevic. 9 feet out. Now Giddey. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
Important points from Giddey. He gets up for these big moments.
Towns, a screen on White. Now Towns. White with a steal. Giddey outside. To tie it up. Robinson rips down the board.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance. But look, he's got to find something easy.
Brunson takes it inside. Another chance. Can't get it to go. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. New York also changing it up. McCourty's checked in for Robinson. Hart comes in for Towns. And Miles McBride subbed in for Anunoby. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
What a costly turnover. Those are the ones that keep you up at night.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Brunson with it, guarded by Vucevic. And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. So for the Knicks, Robinson, he's checked in for Huckporty. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Hart, and it's OG Anunoby in for McBride. Brunson against Vucevic. Here's Towns. Shoots a three. Oh, it misses.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Now Giddey. Now Vucevic. Now White. Just 4 to shoot. Anunoby there for the rebound.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And they go to the intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the block.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
Herder. Oh, money!
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. So it's the Knicks who come out on top here. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.